Welcome back to phoenixwright, Ace Attorney Trilogy, where in the last video we had the Chef Armstrong on the stand, and he was telling me his side of what actually happened. As he changed his story quite a few times because he had a deep secret of he had owed the Tigre money because of something that he did wrong. And so now we had to take a break and we had to get the real man, Tigre, the one who looks like me, to put him on the stand and see what he knows about what actually happened. So with that being said, grab the snacks, grab a drink, because TennisReaper is here to save the day.
So we're finally going to see the Tigre on the stand. We're almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could agree.
Oh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the Tigre told him to do. But godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth.
You mean you think Miss Armstrong was lying?
I don't know, but if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feel that we don't have the case making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe.
What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair stand on his head.
Hey, that's a pot called a kettle black, little Miss Top Knot.
I'm not a top knot.
Never mind about the hair, just calm down, alright? I can't steady. I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kinda get wound up. Oh, no kidding. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I wanna take a job back down the precinct. I could get some prisoner for you if you got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then.
But Nick, we still don't have a real decisive piece of the evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull it out of the bag, we really stuck. You say you could get something fingerprint analyzed in an hour? You bet! In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Check the prints of this small bottle. Take that! Yeah. If you're going back to the prison anyway, could you find out whose print was on this? Oh, hey, that's a small bottle I gave you back there this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's time we saw the last picture of who the prints on it belongs to. Sure did, pal. Actually, that's been known at me too. Right. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose game before I get back. I'll try my best. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys.
That's right, I'm the real Phoenix right here. Quite well now, reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find this for your Tigre? I even tame it for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. Tame him? The guy named Baby Fear Tiger, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites. Very well, please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. Oh boy. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Whoa! Ah! Don't hide under the table, Mike, unless there's room for me down there too. Would you mind? Why you saving me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest. Who could guess that fear would induce a bad broken acid in the judge? I got business to take care of. Y'all hear me say? So who the hell called me to this hole? Was it you, Sparky? No, of course not. It was the judge. Your Honor? Oh dear, I see him drop my pen. Well, or isn't? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal. That's it, we're done. Maybe y'all didn't hear me, say? I said, who the hell that called me here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What do y'all say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in the snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in. Too cool.
Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no sticking incident mind sports, eh? You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Byrde? Maggie who? I got more important things to do than watch choral dramas, eh? Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. phoenixwright, eh? Y'all's the one who set this up, didn't ya? Eh? Y'all's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger first, eh? You hear what I'm saying? Oh, maybe I should have bought a diaper with me today.
Get a grab, Nick.
Alright, we got the tiger alibi. I don't know nothing about no murders, eh? I was started with the business December last year, spending all my time in my office. I got wells lined up to borrow cat for the tender mender every single day, see? Y'all just wanna check my alibi? Just that fire light. Oh, he back up. Ah, at last, I found my pen. Very well did, Mr. Wright. Your call was in it. Okay. What is it? Please witness if you can refrain from shutting out like that. I don't do kind of games y'all got in a blue place, eh? That low life ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid detail till he wins. Low life? Me? Listen up, Smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000 and you're gonna borrow the cash from me, say? That's one long contract I refuse to sign. And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you check it with the tigers, eh? Ha! I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute, that's ready now? This witness is... how can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too. Very well. I have no choice but to close the pillar system here. Y'all supposed to be listening. I say I got no business taking care of big business, see? If I don't spit it now, I ain't got to catch my bus, see? The court will impose a penalty for any irreverence present of the witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you get your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Oh, God. Yes, Shauna.
You can do it, Nick.
Come off an honorary, would you, Maya? Alright, let's see what's up. I don't know about no murder. I was told with business similar. I spent all my time in my office. Okay, how you doing? Are you sure about that? We were talking about 1 month ago, you know? You see these teeth? That's how sharp my texture is, eh? Sure? Is he talking about fire already? She's right, see every day in my schedule. December, many in the office, that's what it says. So that's where I was, see? Yeah, see, like a rather sketchy schedule. There he goes again. What the tiger did all that December isn't the issue. What's the point is what he's doing on the day of the murder, so now what? Press it. Press it or leave it, but we know we got to do, so we press it harder. Mr. Tiger, what do you want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more details.
Objection!
This is a dead end, right? And you know it. Remember the rules.
Objection!
No, it's essential that we establish the witness alibi accurately. I agree. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Mary Jo said, listen, of course I was. I never set foot outside, see? I have meeting all day with a bunch of cats want to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could, please. Mr. Tucker, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony. Huh. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. The day y'all was talking about, I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before. Say, okay, you never seen this kid before. But let me. Did you at one point had a calendar that you supposed to meet him at the Tigre? Interesting, isn't it? Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn L. But it appears that Mr. L knew you. What? Mr. L left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the Tigre. And a date? December 3rd. December 3rd? That's a day of tomorrow. So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn L. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Not bad. Y'all's actually not bad, see? Sorry. I was just messing with you to see how good you were.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I can't do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember you're on the earth. Lies will not be tolerated. You're gonna be a lawyer? Is that what you're doing? Oh! So you were saying that your client had never seen a kid before? Is it true? I submit see. Y'all better believe that's the truth, see? Ha! Then I say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre. Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court witness? You never actually met the victim. That got to be a lie right there. It's time to nail this guy. Alright, he said he never met the witness, but we gonna find out. I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn L. See? That was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I said to meet with that guy at my office, Lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't ever showed up. I ain't never been to that Trisbane joint. Y'all heard? Oh, I know you lying now. I know you lying. I see. That's all seemed perfect and logical. You had arranged a meeting with the victim, but he didn't show up. I heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train, see? That bill going straight to you, right? Well. Alright, you say you never been to... Let's go straight. I ain't no longer never say you was a liar. But then again, you are a liar. I set up a meeting with the guy in my office. I waited for him, but never showed up. I ain't never been to the trespass street. And I know you're lying because where is it? I know you... Where is it? Is it? Huh? If you did not be nothing, explain this. Mr. Tigre, is there something you would like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What you talking about? We found them in your office at Lender. They're from that restaurant. What? If you really never been to Trisbane before, then what was a book of the restaurant matches doing on your desk? You was slipping around my stuff too, wise guy. Eh? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no bra controlling me, see? Order, well, witness. I think it's time you stop telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry, I'm too sorry. Forgive me. I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back to what I said. But, okay, I was at the joint that day, say? What? Well, listen good, I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. I'm this close to prove it was him. He did meet Glenn at that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. Oh my God, you got another testimony, man? Alright, well, I was supposed to meet Wiz the kid at the restaurant that afternoon, see? When I opened the door to the joint, I saw no one ugly see. The guy was laying down over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was going to be, so I split. I heard a cop siren on my way out and went straight back to my office. I see, you didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, that's alright. No false examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it. If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the no express, see? No more stupid questions. Ha. No problem. Anytime I try to press you on something irrelevant, I see he pays a penalty. That's a good job. That's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir. The Special Express ain't cheap, right? Just use your nose cinch your pants, see? Oh, man. Does the rule of law mean anything around here? Let's see. I was supposed to meet Wiz at the restaurant today. When I opened the door to join, I saw no one ever seen. The guy was laid out onto as stiff as a concrete. I figured the place wasn't how it was going to be, so I split. I heard a concert on the way out. Stiff as concrete, when I opened the door, the scene. Let's see. Objection! Hit that with that. You're something Malone Collector Pro, aren't you, Mr. Tiger? No escapes the Tiger clutches, sir. Well, I'm something of a lie detective pro. And no one escaped the Phoenix clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Wright? A new line of relevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You said you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tiger. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head, see? Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Why? That's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. So, from the entrance of transmitter, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the sequence that day because you met with him.
Objection!
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
Objection!
But the defense just proved the point to be a moot. The victim witnessed by Miss Guido was not Glenn's elbow, fake. What? In order to have Miss Guido falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out charade. That would do! This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who's impersonating the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn L. And he impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright was the identity of this criminal to the court. Obviously, the killer is Furious Tigre. No one else could have done it. What? Well, witness? Ha ha ha. Now that's cute. You will think you could pin this on the tiger? Maybe y'all don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on. You got the gut. You can't trick me, Mr. Tiger. It's a defense. Go ahead and tell him witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright. Sound like to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts. I give it that. Mr. Wright, don't leave me to handle this alone! Huh. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. Mr. Godot! Let's just go over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no. The servant girl bought him a Giaffino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She's very suspicious. Put some white powder in there. Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains, he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee. Yes, it was a waitress who poisoned the coffee. Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my answer to launch your attack. Ha. Found your pen at last, Trike. It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elber, and the witness from behind. Yes, your point, Mr. Wright. I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn L was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress is also part of the show. What? You mean the waitress was a imposter as well? The defendant, Ms. Byrde, fell unconscious immediately after the incident, and someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her. Who on earth was it? Who was this witness that Mr. Kudo witnessed? Well, they had to be one other person. Had to be one. Who was this woman? Her name is Viola Calaverini. She's an employee of Tinder Lender. Just make a big mistake. Did you know who Viola's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight, if you know what I mean. She say? Stop shaking, Nick! Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Ms. Byrde, has stated the following. Well, I think when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it showed there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had this kind of cackling laugh. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim table who's nobody but Miss Byrde seemed to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when the eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposed to listen to half an hour after it was over. There is only one logical explanation that cleared up all these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real and once for show. And Mr. Figure Tiger, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. Oh, you quiet now. Witness, what have you got to say? That's cute. Sorry? Yo, sorry, I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm going to have to charter a jet to take me to my meeting now, but I'm going to give you one small thing to think about before I go, you see? Something to think about? You's got all the wrapped up nice, huh, White? But you'll miss out one important real thing. But that can't be. I was in a joint that day, and I met that kid, too. Well, I couldn't have poisoned him, yo, heard? You see? What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre? Ha! What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steamy cup of hot testimony. Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happens that day at the transport between yourself and the victim? Alright, we got another testimony with this guy. Yes, a lower else cash, say, about $100,000. That day, we were due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback, they say. So anyway, he tells me he's not going no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten this guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know, real lucky, see? If that witness had it done what she done, everything wouldn't been over. You see? Now, I see the principal amount you loaned to Mr. L was $50,000. Yeah, well, you also got the wiggle taken into account. Interest build up fast, you know. See? That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I have no reason to kill the kid, you see? And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Alright, y'all long $1,000. Okay, that's true. Today we had to do the little chat, keep the payback. So anyway, to pay up. I'm about to flatten this guy. Yeah, someone have me done. He got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress had done what she done, everything would be over. And gotta ask you, what do you mean by that? The waitress, you mean the girl with the glasses in the furniture. Who else could I mean, you see? If she hadn't gotten away, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with. Maybe we should push a little more on this. That's how things would have been. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Also, y'all know what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. But it was all coming together before that witches got in the way. You see? That's what I can tell from the witness testimony. They recouping his loan. Mr. Terry has no motive for killing the victim. Witness? You would amend your testimony to fit what you just said. Tiger bullet, huh? I was after $100,000. I didn't have no other reason to kill that kid, you see? Ready? $100,000 will put you... Get you something. So, you just intend to get back the $100,000 Mr. L owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Yeah, it is. Unfortunately for Mr. L, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you're really after.
Objection!
Where you get right? What else would a money lender be after other than money? Oh, the money lender was after money, but money in a total different league. The kind of money that will single disc would like this will fetch. What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What do those do? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the inside of a computer. A computer? What does one of those do? I guess the period is the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is an important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million? Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glitter had no way to pay the money is crucial. What? Glenn L. was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was a collateral Mr. put up in order to borrow the money.
Objection!
You trying to suggest the witness motive was to get hold of that program? Exactly. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, Troy. A man like him could get hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure is on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money for the tune of $1 million? Because of her medical records. He had to pay her somehow. The medical records. Medical records. Medical records. Take that! In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, were you? An accident involved a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. How should you know about how much this that you know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full. $1 million and preposterous sum! Someone should sue these issues! Huh, no one will pay a bill like that. If the medical association got rid of it, the hospital would end up dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Order! You say his life was dependent on it, Mr. Wright? Indeed he did, simply because the injured one was none other than Viola Calabernini. Did you say Calabernini? Bruno Catalini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and daughter grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Calabernini. Poor! Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to that boss, correct? It makes sense. You are desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruno Calabernini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn L's life to pay your debt. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on his CD. Glenn L had no way of paying back the $100 and Mr. Tigre knew it. But, then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly, and in 11 hours, Mr. L won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way to get his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. So he resorted to the eliminatory with me. That's crazy. He murdered Glenn L and then made his next move to frame Maggie Byrde for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn L, while Viola Calabernini played the role of Miss Byrde. And then they reacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Cruz. Like I said, Troy, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef had kept in the dark about this. But Mr. Armstrong was in it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed a business money too, $500,000 in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. Just put on a good show, Spiky. If you want to stay alive in the long shot business, you gotta be careful. You say I dress up like that kid, credit witness, and frame someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'll leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Byrde had no way out. What? Another one? Mr. Wright? Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? What was this trick you said Mrs. X preferred to frame your cue? Take that! What on earth is that? What an insult that anyone could be fooled by such childish imitation! Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me. Well, what? That's the truth. But the witness looked nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing here at this very court a mere month ago. The phoenixwright who put up the most despicable, shabby defense I ever seen.
Objection!
Can you prove it, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Oh? Hey! Forget about it, yeah. What? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Objection! Have you no pride, sir?
Objection!
This is a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court we deal with people's lives. Mr. Godot is right, Your Honor. Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by memory without evidence to support it. No. If the defense have no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Gray are dubious, for sure, but not conclusive.
We come so far.
You say he personated him, L. You say he impersonated you, but none of that add up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim cold. No. Huh. Sucks to be you, right? You see? Don't miss a target or you're gonna get mauled yourself. Got that? You see? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit, but was so close getting him to admit his own guilt. Ha! Looks like I won't be needing a refill. If I just had one more piece of evidence, then maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. This witness cross-examination over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre. Wow. Your Honor, sir. Wait! Oh, stop! Don't shoot! Detective! Detective Gunshot? Sorry, I took so long, pal. I think everything on this, my badge, that works. So here it is. My heart's count on this, too. What is it, Detective? Is this ours, pal? It's a final decision piece of evidence. What? Wow. Alright, I think we're gonna, let's see, can we end it? Save here? Can we save? Alright, alright, we're gonna save it right here. And we're gonna go, we are back in recess right now, and we're gonna move on the next show of Finish Right, Ace Attorney, Trials of Tribulation. Thank you everybody for watching. I am out.